So, in essence, they definitely changed my name to Prince, and we kept doing it. I definitely want y'all to understand and know, as much as I'm loved, I'm hated in the same industry that we live in. Why? Because when you hear my name, you're gonna hear a lot of good, but you're gonna hear a lot of bad. Why? Because I always fought against the establishment to make sure that beauties like this, that's wearing the covenant, thing that she's doing for Brazzers and things like that, we helped things like that happen. So
For
when I
real.
heard about that happening, I actually fell to my knees. I was so happy,
Thank
for
you.
you, my baby Demi, all of you all, because like I said, the true hard work that we put in and steady fighting, and definitely, yes, if you need to know, racist industry, we made sure that, like I said, we made a push to make sure that y'all could be solidified like you are today.
We appreciate you so much. I'm really honored. Let's talk about three things that you would say, are problematic in this industry.
Problematic. How they forgive the white people and try to desecrate the black people.
Give an
That's
example, not with
Oh my
names.
God! I
One
could give
experience.
100 examples. The drugs. I don't want to say rapes or anything like that, but doing certain things under girls' will that don't want to be there and nothing like that. But because of their color or they're one of the good old boys, it's swept up under the rug. But when it comes to one of us, and things like that, it's always like the world is ended. We need to get rid of him. We need to get him
Without
out
no
of here.
explanation.
Without no explanation. Without no judge, without no jury. It's just, you're gone. You're gone. That's one. Definitely the exploitation of the black woman. Definitely the exploitation of the black woman, which we definitely changed that as well because they got so tired of seeing that one of the number one things that sell is interracial. But they got so tired of seeing that they decided as a whole, without us, to now have black girls just film with white guys. Yeah, yeah. So if you usually see that and you wondering why somebody like me, Prince, Rico, any of the guys, Isaiah, Jax, why we're not filming with more sisters, that's the way that they really kind of want it. We're gonna come and get that check though. We're gonna come and get that check, but that's really dumb. It ain't got shit to do with us.
That's two. What's the third one?
And the third one is no unity. Absolutely no unity here. Absolutely no unity here. Whatever you standing for, if you try to rally around the people that not only that you don't know, but the people that you know don't know. Yeah, girl, I got you. When it's that time, they're gonna watch you and let you stand out there by yourself to die. Yeah.
Now, I want to get into it before we get into our next thing. When they talk about interracial, that's the white woman with the black man.
Absolutely.
Is it the same thing with the black woman and the white guy?
They actually really try not to even label that. That's the crazy thing. That's the crazy
And that's
thing.
been like that since about 2004 and beyond?
Yeah. Man, it's not a secret. It's I can remember
Just wondering.
when I got to the West Coast and the owner of West Coast Production, James Alexander, they asked me in the office, they was like, all right, well, Prince, who do you want to film with? I was like, man, give me some sisters, throw some Latin girls in there if you got some Asian. And I was like,
Not this conversation like this, but truly,
and I
yes.
was
What do you
like,
like?
yo, if you got, one or two white girls, I know y'all got to, sprinkled on me and go ahead and do it. So everybody looked at me crazy. So they went and got the owner and brought him back, and they was like, say that again. So I said it again, and he was like, wow, you are really different. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, well, when you get to this level, we don't hear black men asking for black women.
And what year was this?
This was 204. Yeah.
Wow. Just that mindset.
Mindset. It's all the mindset. It's all the mindset.
And you never had an agent. You went straight from
Yeah.
you to pretty much stardom. My God.
Yeah.
So do you feel like one would need an agent?
Depends. If you got the right people, in your corner, or that, the ties, the people that you meet within the industry that will guide you in the right way, I would say no. But because the majority of these people, and this is why these agents win where they shouldn't, is because they're feeding off of everybody hating off of each other. So they feel like, well, come over here, I can do the best for you. Knowing damn well that the agents don't want you to win either. They'll get you 15, 20 jobs out the door because you're fresh. But after that, when your stock go down, this is where they try to tell you, well, hey, there's other ways to make money here.
That's true too. I just thought about something.
Yeah.
How do you feel about maybe those companies that are more, I don't know, visibly, I think that like a blacked or a dog fart, I would say maybe, well, West Coast isn't around anymore as much.
No, they actually are, but
Are
not
they?
as much.
But as much.
Not as much.
But there
Yeah.
are like companies who kind of base things on race. Pinky Triple X, they're an urban company. Cherokee's still around, so I could say her too,
Absolutely.
urban.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How do you feel about those companies who are, you being a black man, just wondering, that are super successful? You work there too.
Right.
I have at these places.
Right.
How do you feel about maybe people that attack the fact that you do get a check there, or these companies are possibly using that black or black men, white girl kind of thing to be successful? How does that make, how do
Absolutely.
you feel about that?
Well, not a lot of people know I am the original black.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
Number one, you guys.
I am the original
first.
black. It started with me.
Good shit.
And when it started off right. That I put my 2 cents in it that, like I said, we won't have us doing thuggish things. They'll show us in high-end places dressed up, you know what I mean? Not with the khakis on or, the Chuck Taylors, that nature. But where it went from then to where it is now, and some of the stories that I hear, I've never.
And
I have to
management
say-
has changed at the company.
Yeah.
We should say
never,
that, I guess.
I've never seen it myself. Black has always been good to me. We did separate for a while because they started doing different things that Boy from the Ghetto I don't do. Yeah, but we came back together, and when they called me, the money is right, the script is right. And I do what I do. I can't, unfortunately, speak on other people's circumstances, what they do with somebody. Unfortunately, what happened to somebody like my baby Anna Fox and I believe Demi on the set, and they were like, yeah, it was a Vixen set, the person in question, the young lady that they worked for, was an affiliate with that company, but not actually.
On set?
No, the company. It wasn't
Okay.
actually the company. She was an affiliate.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yes,
of
okay,
the
okay.
company.
Got it.
So, I will never take away from what they said, because if my black sister said it happened, it definitely happened. You know what I mean? I just wanted them to be clear on, she's an offset that's fucking with the company.
Affiliate.
Exactly. So, I've definitely had my bad run-ins with almost every company, because they will try to push the envelope on what, Ebony can or can't do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But it's up to you as the individual and where you are mentally to let them know, yay or nay.
And coming in with your position, you was already like that guy coming in. Did
Right.
you ever feel like you were a black man in the industry that wasn't getting what needs that he deserved?
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
even
I've got-
with your contract?
Absolutely. I got every award in the world in this business other than the one that would put you on TV in front of the world, and that's Performer of the Year at AVN. I got Performer of the Year and
Urban X,
everything else.
2000 and-
Yeah, I can't even get another award from Urban X because I won it so many times.
You have a ton.
But at the most prestigious one, the one that the world knows of and would see, They couldn't give another black man like me that type
Who
of
had
honor.
it before? Another black man had it? We just got our first black woman in the
Absolutely.
universe. Shout out to Kira, New
Absolutely.
York.
Absolutely.
But,
Big shout out to her.
really?
The only person that I know for
That's
sure that had
interesting.
it was Lex.
Performer of the year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
shout out to Lexington still, by the way. We might as well. And shout out, that's an amazing, amazing accomplishment, but only
Absolutely.
one. I've heard
Right.
there can only be 3 in the world. And we're talking about us at a time
Right.
or period in this
Well,
universe.
again, you got to understand that all
So
of
we
us.
need 2 more. Come on,
Right,
guys.
all of us are not from, well-to-do places, a lot of us come from, mean streets that worked our way up. So having somebody like me that actually, came from real street life, gang banging and drug dealing, the penitentiary, I knew I was going to be on TV one day. I thought it was going to be America's Most Wanted,
Oh my
me
gosh.
personally. So
No way.
for me to flip it and to be here and get to the
Amazing.
highest level of where I'm at, I thought that would solidify it. But for me to have all of those X's behind me, that would be too much inspiration for the next man or woman sitting there watching TV and think, damn, if he did it, I could too. They don't want to give that type of inspiration to people.
Talking about these awards leads me to something that I'm thinking about. 2013, you got a comeback award for Exarco.
Yes.
And that was because in 2010, you had your first penile fracture on set.
Right.
What the fuck was that like?
It's really bad to me that they have to use the word fracture because it actually really broke.
Yeah, for you guys don't know what fracture means, his penis broke on set.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. 2010, what the fuck was going on here?
It was for West Coast Productions. It was a girl that just got done being in a TV series.
So you were 6 years into your career.
Absolutely. It was a girl that was on a TV show with Ray J for the love of Ray J.
Right.
And afterwards, she wanted to do porn. And the company got at me and they was like, yo, she wants you to be that guy. Okay. So the numbers was right, everything. But that day, that girl was just, highly intoxicated. So,
So you seen that before shooting with her?
Yes.
This day?
Yes, absolutely. We was in a position that definitely, as most positions that you have to do, are, really categorized and, worked on between the two people.
Right.
Reverse cowgirl. As she was coming down, my dick is coming up. Totally missed her pussy and hit her pelvis, and you just heard it.
I'm sorry. That made me jump. What was that like? What the hell? Live us through this moment.
It was funny, like where the wall is right there. When it happened, I threw her so fast that she really knocked down. She was into the wall, and when I stood up, it was just blood gushing like a garden hose.
Like did you see your penis break? It was my fucking gosh,
it
guys.
was discombobulated.
So you got rushed to the emergency room.
I definitely got rushed to the emergency room. Fortunately for me, the hospital that I ended up with, thank you Jesus, the head penile specialist resided at that hospital. And,
Wow.
they took care of me. The surgery took 10 hours, 4.5 months of recovery, and I was
Wow. So that's like, I heard you had dick physical therapy?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the hell is that like?
It's a little weight that you have to put on a string at the end of your dick and just
Ladies, just in case I've had Princess Dick. But anyway, I'm sure you guys seen that scene.
Right,
but
right.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it took my dick from 11 inches to 9.5 because they had to cut off almost 3 inches of it because the nerves.
And it didn't mess up too much because you got a comeback award. So
No,
how was that
absolutely.
after, 2-3 years after that injury, 4 months off of work?
Right.
First of all, how were you able to, you were contracted, so I'm thinking you were able to still support yourself through your agency or your
absolutely.
company?
Through the
Okay,
company,
good, thank God. And you and the girl, did she send you like an edible? Well, that's dated. How's that relationship now? Are you afraid of her?
I still don't speak to her at all. it's actually funny. I ended up on set with her for she was doing another scene just 2, 3 years ago, and she tried speaking to me, but it's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. It was funny when it first happened. She was very apologetic, but I guess she talked to somebody that got her wind up under her feet, and she started talking crazy. And a lot of the old heads from the business, got at her.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But like you overcame it because you got like an award being like the best comeback. So how was that like? Were you having like trouble getting hard or?
No, well,
Were you scared of like doing reverse cowgirl with girls?
I do now. If I can, when I'm doing a scene with a girl now, I just tell her, as I actually told you, just lay back and enjoy. I got you. You ain't got to do
That's
nothing.
exactly what he said.
I got
so
you.
your first time fucking after this incident, how was that? Were you scared to death?
I was scared to death.
You were like, hold on, girl. I know where the pussy is.
Right.
No,
I was
really.
scared to death.
Wow.
Rachel Ryan was actually the girl for West
Really?
Coast. Yeah, Rachel Ryan.
Oh, wow. She's amazing.
Yes.
Shout out.
Super shout out to her. She was nervous. I was nervous, but we got through it. We made it work. And
So your first time fucking after that was at work?
yeah.
Not at home?
No.
You're
No.
so brave.
No. Yeah.
Wow.
I knew I was ready.
That's
and
amazing. You must have really, really had a really close relationship with West Coast Productions, and they must have been really nice to you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, like I said, they changed my life. It is no secret to me at all. If I would have stayed in Chicago, I would definitely be in jail or dead,
So then
no
after
question.
that whole comeback thing, 2 years later or a year later, you get another incident with another girl
Right.
hopping around and
Right.
broke again.
Right.
What the hell is going on?
When you get a surgery like that, you got to remember, because it's a dick, it's nothing but soft tissue. So, I had a lot of built up cartilage still that was in there. And with her, it just hit wrong. It hit the inner lining of her wall. So
Did it bleed? Like, was it the same thing?
No. It was more eternally.
Ow.
It was more eternally. So they had to take a big needle like this.
Oh, jeez.
Go in me.
Sorry, guys.
From my lower abdomen all the way into
Literally
my
the
dick.
guys, your area. Ow.
Yeah, and drain it. And it had me out for like 6 weeks. And then I came back again.
You are like the bionic penis. And no wonder he's so amazing.
I've never heard that.
Urban X Award Hall of Fame. Are you in Hall of Fame yet? I know you're Performer of the Year. You got too many awards. Sorry,
Right.
I couldn't keep up with them. Hella awarded, multiple awarded. Contracted up the Wazoo performer. You have your own agency. Let's talk about that. How's that, having your own model agency, which is very effective for the people in your agency? You've been making some stars come out of your agency. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. As of to date, I actually don't have it no more because I had to start spending focused time with me and my family.
Smart.
But for the time that I did have it, it was all about having women like you, guys like Pressure, you know what I mean, that would come into the industry and just make, landmark moves, you know what I mean, and under my tutelage, make the best decisions. So it actually really worked. I'm really proud of the people that I got here now, and everything that
They're
is
all
done for
doing
them.
great.
Yeah.
Any guy or male fan, woman fan even, looking up to you, wanting to get into this industry, what would you say? Maybe even they a content creator, want to get into porn. What would you tell them?
I would tell them probably don't. See what else you got out there. It's a big world. There's a lot of things going on. If you're looking for deception, if you're looking for greed, if you're looking for, people to treat you wrong and talk behind your back, come on down. Because that's what you're going to get. But if your passion for it is deep and hard and you think you really want to, the battle day to day with it, you know, it's here. It's here. I'll give you the keys. You know, it's up to you to drive the car.
Have you done anything that you regret or that you didn't want to do for your career?
Absolutely not.
Or because maybe someone said you should, but you really didn't want to?
Absolutely not.
What gives you that, besides the fact you were already contracted,
Right.
what gave you that autonomy? Is like, and how does someone keep that? Because they want to be awarded. I don't know. Everyone has their own why of why they get into the industry.
Right.
And not everybody is all traumatized or broken. Like, you know, everybody has their own reason. But like, you know,
For me, you have to have passion in whatever you're doing. You know, if you're selling drugs, have passion with it. You feel me? Try to be the best drug dealer. Real talk. For me, like I said, when I realized that I was good at this and I really had a niche to it, I was like, yo, let me get locked in, focused with it. And that's what I did. And, you know, when I would go to the airport and I would get people as young as 18 and people as old as 70 coming up to me and telling me, wow, you're amazing, you know, please keep doing what you're doing. That's what fueled my fire, you know. I'm not here really because of me. I'm really here because of two people, you know, God himself and the love that I get from the fans.